Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa and today I am going to be doing my July 2021 calendar view. Before I do a monthly budget and even before I do a paycheck budget, I like to have everything on a calendar. I like to see where my paydays are and where all of my bills fall. So it makes it easier for me to prepare my budgets. So I do have this wall calendar. My daughter got this for me for Mother's Day. I had mentioned it back in May. I love it. It has this really pretty black floral up top, and it is lined and has big boxes. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I've got the phone a little bit further away from my mouth than usual, but anyway, I am excited to get started. So I think I'm going to start by putting down my paydays. So I am paid bi-weekly. And in the month of July, my first payday is on the 9th. So I'll just write payday here. And then I'll be paid again on the 23rd. And this is just from my regular full-time job. And then if I do receive a payday from YouTube, that will be paid out on the 21st of the month. Okay, so now that I've got my paydays down, let's start with the first of the month. So I am currently renting a house, and the rent, internet, trash, and water bill are all due on the 1st. So I'll go ahead and put rent. And the rent is $500. I do rent from my children's father, so it is a heck of a lot cheaper than if I were renting from a stranger. Let's see, internet. And the internet bill is $92. I do like to have the amounts on here. That way I don't have to look back at past budgets to figure out how much everything is. Then we have the trash bill. And the trash bill is $50. It will be going down next month. And let's see, then we have the water bill. And the water bill has been right around $30 a month. That's just an estimate. And then on July the 2nd, my Hulu bill is due. And Hulu is $11.99, but I'm just going to put $12 there. And then the Apple storage bill is due that same day. It is $2.99, but I'm going to round up to $3. Oh, and I have a visitor. Simba has come up to visit. Sorry, he's bumping the phone a little bit. Mischievous kittens. Okay, so that is everything for the 2nd of the month. Now on the 3rd, my renter's insurance is due. So I'll just write renters, and that is $50 for the month. I've had several people comment about how high the renter's insurance policy is, and it is. It has to do with the type of housing I'm in. I'm in a mobile home. Also has to do with the area that I'm in as well. I do realize it's probably a little bit high, but we have, both my daughter and I and all of our belongings here. So I do have a little bit more coverage than if I were just by myself. All right, then let's see here. I think the next thing is on the 9th of the month, my Netflix bill is due. And Netflix is $17.99, but I'm just going to round up to $18. And next thing is going to be on the 15th of the month. The electricity is usually due right around then. So we'll just write electric. And I've been budgeting about $150. And then let's see, my son is getting married on the 17th, so I'm just going to make myself a note that the wedding is this day. Not that I would forget, but we'll just write it down. And then next is on the 20th, and Disney Plus is due this day. And Disney Plus is what is being used by the grandbabies. And Disney is, I think it's $7.99, but I round up to $8. Again, YouTube payday is on the 21st, regular payday on the 23rd. Then I have my AT&T cell phone bill on the 27th. And here comes the kitten again. Don't want him to bump the phone. All right, so 27th is my cell phone bill. Again, AT&T. And it's like $42.90. I'm going to round up to 43. And then last is the Apple Plus. I think it's what it's called. It's like Apple TV. It includes unlimited downloads on music, which I love. And it is, I think it's right around, I think it's $22. It may be more like 20, but I'm going to estimate 22. Let's see, what else is, here's a kitten. Guess he's just gonna sit down on the calendar. So usually the guys come out and mow the yard on Wednesdays, and usually it's the Wednesday after payday, which I had to lift a tail here to see it. He's being a little stinker. Kittens, they have so much energy, they're so mischievous, and the two that we have are no exception. We have a little tabby male that we're trying to still find a home for. He is very, very cute. And then we have a little black and white female named Oreo, and I think we're going to keep her, but we'll keep him too if we can't find a home. But I'm hoping to find a home for him, because having 2 kittens in a house it's a lot. Okay, so if my payday is on the 9th, then should have the guys come out and do the lawn on the 14th. And it's right around, it should be $70. So 70 includes mowing and weed eating. And then if they have to haul off any debris, they charge me $100 for a trailer load. Is that right? Something like that. So I'll have one mow and weed eat on the 14th, and then again on the 28th. And we do have a pretty good size property here. It's kind of on a hill, and it's a lot to mow and weed eat, which is the reason why it is so expensive. Okay, so I'm just going to make a note. So usually when so on the first of the month, I have rent, internet, trash, water, and then the electricity is on the 15th. But when I get paid, I budget half of the household expenses. I think it just makes it a little bit easier for me to pay the bills if I already have half of it saved. So on the Saturday after each one of my paydays, I'm just going to make a note here as to how much I'm going to set aside. So I'm going to make a note of half of the rent, which is $250. And maybe I'll just write my budget day here on the 10th. So half the rent is $250. Half of the internet is going to be, I do $50 just as a nice round number. And I'm going to do half of the water bill, which is going to be $15. I'm going to do half of the electricity, which is $75, and then half of the trash bill. So the trash is paid quarterly, and the way that my children's father has it, has the bill, is that we're responsible for the trash bill one quarter, and then the next door neighbor pays it the next quarter. And so when I was paying $50 a month, that was just because each quarter it's about $150, so every 3 months is $50 each month. But now the next time it's due, the neighbor is going to pay it. And so we won't actually need to pay the trash bill for 6 months. So I'm actually going to be budgeting $15, which would be about $30 a month. So a little bit more than what's going to be due. Kitten's getting into everything here. But that way, if I have a little bit of excess, if the electric bill's a little bit higher, it just gives me a little bit of wiggle room, which, makes me feel a little bit better. So we're going to budget again half of the trash bill. So that's going to be $15. And I'm just going to make a note of that here on the 24th as well. Let's see here. So again, we'll do half of the rent, $250. Let's see, half internet is $50. Half of the water is $15. Half of the electric is $75. And last half of the trash bill is $15. I think maybe at some point, maybe this time, I might actually split the renter's insurance in half. So I think I'm going to make a note of that too. I think it might be a little bit easier to knock that in half. I don't think I'll make a note of it yet, but I'm thinking about doing half of the renters and maybe even half of some of the other bills, but maybe just for now, I'll go ahead and leave it just the household expenses. Let's see. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, I have my brother's birthday is on July 31st. So I'll just write that down. Keith, birthday. And I actually think that is it. I don't think we have July 4th, so the 5th I will be off work for the holiday, which will be nice. But other than that, I don't have any other bills that are due. I have minimal expenses. I'm debt-free, so I don't have any debt payments left, and most of my expenses are just household expenses as I am building up my emergency fund. So that is everything, guys. That is my July 2021 monthly view. And again, I use this when I go to do my monthly budget. I will use the monthly view to write down all of the things that are going to be due throughout the month. When I get paid on the 9th, I'll look at everything that is due between the 9th and the 22nd. So that'll help me build that budget. And then on the 23rd, again, I'll look at all of the things that are due after that into the month of August, that first week, and figure out, everything that will be due within that paycheck. Usually I would highlight it, but I have no idea where my highlighters are at the moment. And so I'm just going to leave it like this. Maybe I'll go back and highlight it a little bit later. But that is everything for the monthly view. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day or night wherever you're at. Bye.